welcome back to my channel. My name is Nonhlanhla Undlovukazi waKwaMahlangu. I am so glad that you're joining me again today. I hope everybody's good. Like I always hope everybody's good. I hope you're good. I hope you're alright wherever you are at whatever point in your life that you're in. I hope you're good. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel and watching. Okay, so today I'm back. Oh, this hair is irritating. I should have tied it. Today I'm back with a story time, and this happened like years. I think I was like still in my teens in high school. It was still like in my teens in high school when it happened, and to this date I'm still very shocked at how everything panned out, or how that panned out, because I'm like, what? So sure, I dated this guy. He was a friend of my brother's, and my brother had warned me against him for years. So I've got two older brothers, right? Not the first one, the second one. I dated this guy. We dated for, I think it was like 2 years. We dated for like 2 years, and we didn't stay in the same area. He stayed where my grand used to stay, but also that didn't even matter because I was by my grand's house every single weekend and every single school holidays. Cool, so we date, and it's all cute, man. You know those teenage relationships, all cute. Oh, we date. First year, second year. First year, like no issues, smooth sailing. Second year, do I not find out that oh brother is in another relationship, and it turns out I am the side chick. Like, Njani, how? Somebody please explain to me how. How do I only find out about this a year after I've been with this person? And so the way I found out was weird even, because what I remember is all along how do I put this? So I knew that he had a relationship before we started dating, right? And then before we even started dating, I asked him about it, and he was like, no babe, look, that girl and I, we broke up, so it's just gonna be you and I. So I'm like, cool, because I don't like dating other people's people. I want one-on-one, you know? So he said to me that, no, look, me and that girl have actually broken up. We're not together anymore. So now it's just you and I. I'm like, cool, this sounds awesome. This is what I want to hear. We start dating. And a year later, I was sitting outside in the yard, but outside the house, but in the yard at my grand's house. And a group of girls pass. This is like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. A group of girls pass, but they keep turning and pointing at me. And I'm like, what's that about? So Gandhi, my cousin, had seen what was happening. And then she's like, hey, did you notice that so-and-so is actually a part of that group? I'm like, who? She repeats the girl's name. I'm like, there's no ways. She's like, yes, she was a part of that group. So yeah, and the way they were pointing at you, man, G, I think they were here for you, but they just got too scared. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll ask brother about this whole situation, because I thought they were not together anymore. I mentioned this to my cousin, and girl starts laughing. She's like, Aibo girl, these people have been in like a 4-year, 5-year relationship, and when Angie, you just got into the whole jizz. I'm like, there's no way. This guy promised me. He said this would never happen. That Bona together forever. Boo Boo the fool. You're not Boo Boo the fool. I am her and she's me. So I was Boo Boo the fool. I went back to Guy. No, I didn't go back immediately. I remember I got pissed for a bit. I got very, very mad, and I didn't talk to him for a bit, something like 2 weeks or something. And eventually he confronted me and said, yo, look, I don't know what's going on with you. You're not talking to me. You're not responding to my texts. What's going on? Then I explained my situation that, look, I was home. So I used to call my grand's house home, right? I was home on such and such a week, and I was chilling outside on such and such a day at this time, and a group of girls passed. And about an hour after they passed, my cousin came to me and said, hey, did you see so-and-so was a part of that group? So-and-so turns out to be his girlfriend. And I mentioned that to him, so he's not finding it weird, because I mean, we're all in the same neighborhood. Cool. And I'm like, tell me about this girl. What's the thing between, like, what's going on between the two of you? Like, what's going on? Just be straight with me. There's no need to beat around the bush, lie to me, or anything like that. Eventually, then he tells the story that, no, look, I actually had not broken up with her. First heartbreak. Shattered. I had not broken up with her. Thing is, I really wanted to be with you because I had really strong feelings for you. I really wanted to get to know you as a person. I'm like, but you could have gotten to know me as a person without us actually being in a relationship with each other, you know? He's like, no. So he says to me that he couldn't have gotten to know me without us being in a relationship, and that he really wanted to be in a relationship with me, and all the rest of it. I'm like, oh, okay. So now that I know that you've got 2 girlfriends, my guy, unfortunately, I'm not even going to ask you to choose. I'm going to leave your life. I'm going to leave you alone. You're never going to hear from me again. Enjoy your life. Have a nice life. He's like, no, you can't do that. Sorry? He's like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, what do you mean I can't do that? He's like, no, the thing is, I love you both and I want both of you in my life. Sir. What? Okay, guys. Please do not tell me that you have lived until somebody says that to you and you still stay. Please don't come at me and tell me that you have lived until... Hi guys. I really honestly don't think men are good people. I really honestly don't think men are good people. Sure, I love them. Like, I really honestly do. So, but I don't think they're good people. I don't. And obviously by that time I was not a mom. It was just me. I was in my late teens, and I still stayed, y'all. Like, I stayed. Because I mean, this happened early in the second year of us dating. So we had not had 2 years of dating. At that point we had been dating for like a year. And then I find out that no, Chigi, him and the girl are still together. He wants the both of us. He wants to date the both of us. He loves the both of us. And I still stayed. I stayed, guys. But the relationship from then on was very strained. It was very one-sided because I was in a lot of pain, y'all. I was in a lot of pain. I became very toxic. I was one of those girls that would call at any hour, and at any given point in time, now I'm shouting. If I can't get a hold of you, now I'm throwing tantrums. This is never happening ever again. Ever. But I loved him, Shem. I honestly did. I think that's another reason why I stayed. I stayed and we dated, and then I started cheating towards another relationship. Started cheating. I'm not proud. He never found out, but I did. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I'm good, man. Like, I honestly wish you all the best. Please go do good out there. Go find somebody that will love you as much as you love them. Unfortunately, that person is no longer me. I've fallen out of love. I do not want this relationship anymore. I do not want to be with you. I don't even want to try. I don't even want to try. Like, I'm good. I'm alright. So the breakup happened. Well, our breakup happened. And then they carried on dating. like nothing happened. I was like, what? Nhlanhla, you're such a fool. Yo! Umuntu nje akutshele kahle nje athi nginithanda noyi-2. Nginifuna noyi-2. The disrespect was just high up. And in a lot of these relationships, you only realize the disrespect way after you've even left. And when you sit with yourself and you actually think about good time, no. This was not it. Like, honestly, this was not it for me. This could not have happened. Like, there's no way. And I stayed. No, but we're cool now. He chats to me, calls every other month. Hey Nana, how are you doing? Such things, you know. But Nje, I was like, listen, learn. I think that was my first heartbreak. And the first heartbreak was not that we broke up. No. My first heartbreak is that I found out that he was actually with somebody else and I was being made a side chick. And that honestly broke my heart. I could not take that. Because I thought we loved each other. I did not think that I was being made a side chick at such. But it happened, and yeah, it's quite a short story time, but I only remembered about this like yesterday or the day before, and I'm like, oh gosh, yes. But yeah, that happened, and we're over it now. Obviously, it's been years, like over a decade. Jeez, guys, we've lived, eh? If you can still remember things that happened over a decade ago, actually, we've lived. You've been through it. But I'm glad I went through that, because now, as a 31-year-old woman, this is my first story time as a 31-year-old woman. As a 31-year-old woman now, I'll see the red flags from the get-go, and I don't want to unpack them. I'm nobody's therapist. I'm nobody's mental health institution. No. So I'll see the red flags and I'll take the red flag and I will run. Unfortunately, because if you don't, something else happens within that, and you will always be reminded that, oh shoot, I saw the red flag. I should have listened to my intuition. I should have listened to my gut feeling and ran. And now I didn't run, and now I'm here with egg on my face, looking all embarrassed and hurt. So Nje, yeah, that's my story time for today. Be on the lookout for all those red flags. Not much. Don't be sleeping on these streets. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. I love you. Thank you for tuning in, and